And okay. Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of Breath of Life Conversations, where we talk about all the things, intuitive health, the world, all the things. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Because today has been a day. We'll get into it here in a second, but just happy Father's Day, happy Solstice, happy all of the things. Let's start there. And then of course, let's start off with the check-in, the emotional check-in. I cannot go first because I will be talking a lot.
So far I've had a wonderful day. I've driven a convertible and just ate ice cream. So, yeah, I'm doing great today. It's been nice and relaxing and fun.
Good.
So, yeah.
Good. The start of your weekend started off well.
It did. It absolutely did.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And you're wearing makeup today?
Yes. What do you think?
Yes.
What do you think? Did I do okay?
Yeah, I mean, you always do fine. It's just I'm used to seeing you sans makeup.
Yes.
Was there a particular reason today?
Because I am self-conscious and I want to look good for all those beautiful people out there.
Even though most of them don't watch YouTube and can't see you. I love it. I love it. It's good. Good.
Yeah. And I did already talk to my dad. He's projecting it up and has a little Volkswagen he's making, and he made a key for the top. So it looks like a toy car.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Fun.
That's cute.
So, yeah, he's having a good day, too.
Is that for you to drive?
No.
Just for him?
Just for him.
He wants to look like he's driving a toy car?
Yeah. He's got a show coming up. He wants to bring it to. And
like an antique car show type deal?
Just car show. It's not too old, but he thinks somebody's gonna snatch it up once they see it because it's so cute. I think he's right.
Okay. Fair. Shall we just continue on down the line, or would you like to go?
I've also had a pretty great day. I went out and did gardening things.
You love your garden.
I do love my garden. Then I went to my mom's and I took my daughter on this, my brother has it's not a four-wheeler, kind of like a golf cart that people tootle around the neighborhood. They found a swing in the woods.
Fun.
Like a rope swing that goes over this little ravine thing. There's no water under it. It's just you could tell maybe a long time ago there was some sort of water that was rushing down the hill and created the ravine. Now there's just a swing over the top. So we found the secret rope swing in the woods and played on that and ate lots of good food. My dad is gone. He's dead. So there's no Father's Day here. How about you?
Today was a day. I don't even know why I am feeling so Ishtar. I had clients today. It's not like the clients were bad. The clients were not bad, but I woke up, I was just in a mood. Then I had to answer just a bunch of questions, which is fine. Once again, not terrible. I talked to the mans. That was a 40-minute conversation. It wasn't I have a heart out, dude. I got a heart out. And then I got my bill for going to the doctor's office, which I was fuck this. I am a nurse, so I really already at base I think that all nurses and doctors should get their care for free, 100%.
I totally agree. I think they should.
But I did all the right things. I went in-network. I went to an in-network provider. I was getting preventative medicine, which always should be free anyway. And I know that mine is, so I don't know what happened that they're wanting to gouge me out $632. Yeah.
No.
I am calling everyone tomorrow to be like, I'm not paying it. Like, I'm not paying it. I don't even care. I'm not paying it. And guys, let this be a lesson to each and every one of you that if you get a bill for like medicine things and of any kind, fight it like to the nth degree. It's like you can call and you can be like, I can't pay this. This is ridiculous. You know, they're going to end up working with me. I'm not going to like pay it, and they'd rather bring it down than to just lose out on all of it. And sending it to collections doesn't actually guarantee that it's going to like be anything. So yeah. And then I thought I was stretching, and I mean, I was stretching. I didn't think I was stretching. I was stretching. I was decompressing my spine, and for whatever reason, that's, you know what, actually, now that I like go through this, that's probably the reason. Because I feel like I was fine until I decompressed my spine. And as soon as I decompressed my spine, I got up and I was like, angry. And so clearly I've been holding on to a lot of anger in my bones. And as I was like stretching out, I released it all.
And now it wants to come out.
Now it wants to come out. And yeah, same as you. My dad's dad, and I never actually had like a care in the world for him. So it, you know, and like, nah.
Oh, well.
I can't even tell you how long he's been gone. That's like kind of how bad it is.
I think my dad's like 13 or 14 years, something like that.
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it was probably like just before COVID. That's my day.
Is there some light on the horizon?
Yeah, that
anything fun planned for?
No, actually, I'm like gonna go home and I'm gonna eat because I'm also realizing like I haven't eaten all day.
Well, that's enough to make a girl crabby.
And
nowadays.
that could very well be it, in all honesty. Like,
The girl's hangry.
yeah, maybe a little. But usually I do so well when I don't eat. Like, I'm usually fine. Like, I usually don't have any like outward manifestations of not eating. But I don't know. We shall see. If I immediately get better right after and
You'll know.
stuff my face, I'll
You'll
know.
know.
I'll
That's
know. Yeah, I'll know. I'm sure it's more the decompression. Like, that's probably what it is more than anything.
Mom has one of those machines that like it shuts your feet in and then takes you upside down and then the weight of your body pulls it down.
See, I don't think I could do that. I think that by the time I like got back up, I'd probably like not be able to breathe.
Well, I've never actually done it because I feel like,
I've done it. It feels good.
yeah.
Yeah, it feels good. You just can't do it for too long or you'll pass out.
Yeah. I think there's like if your spine is super, super bendy, like I think in another life I must have been a contortionist or something. Because they like my chiropractor would say like your spine is just so bendy and like so recoiling, like it stretches, but it also like comes back really fast. Whereas if you've got like a sturdier spine, it like you don't recoil back so much, so then it doesn't hurt as much. So like James will go on and they'll put hella weight on him and he'll like pop right back up. My mom, same thing. She popped right up off that table and I'm like, just cannot. And but also it's always like such a huge release. Like I would just ugly cry, and initially I was like, yeah, okay, I understand. Like, I'm holding a lot of trauma. Like, anything with the bones, it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of like family stuff. It's all of that. And I was like, okay, yeah, great. And then probably like the fourth time that I did, I was like, how much more is in here? Like, how much more am I holding? And I get it too. Like, the work that I do, I'm holding a lot of other people's stuff too. But I'm used to being a transmuter too. So I don't really understand like always why my body like hold other people's stuff. I'm kind of the opinion that a lot of my weight is probably other people's stuff too. If I could learn how
Maybe
to
that's my issue.
take that out. I mean,
That's
you're
very-
right.
People all day long.
Seriously.
Yeah.
It's super common for anyone in the healing business to look just like this. Because they do. We hold
Just luscious and curvy.
I feel like I've gotten better at like not though, because I used to honestly sometimes come home and just be like, stumbling in, like I couldn't do. I was so tired and exhausted, but not so much anymore.
That's good. Means you like learned.
Yeah. Putting up your shield.
Or I just can feel when people are like, "Ooh, she's a sucker, a life sucker." Sometimes I can even tell when people are walking in now, and I'm like, "Oh, yes, let me put you with anybody but me."
Yes. Yep. No, I would be like protecting myself hardcore. Because I truly don't know how, like, I don't have to necessarily touch people. Like, my job is to, like, touch people, but I know when somebody is, and I'm like, double gloving. Somebody else help me out here? Who wants to get labs? Somebody need to get their sticks in? Because I'm busy. We got something to do.
Many things to do.
I can figure out something to do in another different room. Like, oh, you need water? Yeah. No, I'll bring it. Like, setting it on the tray. You're not going to touch me. Like,
I didn't realize, like, until I was doing your guys' hair that when you'd say, like, oh, I can feel when you're washing my hair that you're doing Reiki. And now sometimes when I'm washing people's hair, I feel myself, like, really get into it, and I'll like, open my eyes and be like, oh. I was really into that. Like, it's too much.
I enjoyed that just as much as you did.
I just hope they tip you well.
I usually do get tipped really well.
Okay. Well, you guys, in addition to the fact that we've all had semi-interesting days, we've all gone and seen Disclosure Day. We did it in honor of you.
Did you?
Yeah.
I love aliens.
And
disappointing.
What did you think?
I don't want to say it sucked, because it didn't suck. It was just disappointing. I guess, like it could have been.
Was it the story, the acting, or how it was shot that bugged you more?
I think it was more the story. It felt like it all was like a whole bunch of something that was leading up to something that could have been something so much more exciting. You know what I mean? Like, yes. It felt like, when you read a book and you're like, read half the book and you're like, all right, when's the sex start? When does the sex start?
When do they get down?
That's what I just waiting for. Like, can we get into something? I just felt like it was a whole bunch of words and a whole bunch of shit, and like nothing was really happening. Yeah. And it was all supposed to be, like the story, the leading up to it. Like, I get it, but it could have been so much more, considering all the things that are happening and how, like, they're releasing so much alien information and, like, all the things. Like, we could have made it really, like, feel. I didn't feel anything. How about that? I love watching a movie where you feel something, or reading a book where you feel something, like something pulls you in. Not once ever. The commercial for this movie was so good when the trailer, that when she was like,
yeah.
Oh god! I was like, holy shit, this is gonna be the best fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. And then I get there, I'm like, that was like the only kind of cool, creepy part. The rest was like boring almost.
Yeah, I
agree.
Yeah, I know that we didn't say like disclaimer, but like truly, I don't even think that there's anything that we could say that would ruin this. But just, I guess I'll like say it now. Like we're gonna spoil this shit for you. So if you haven't watched it, don't listen to the rest of us, because I'm gonna. You know me, I'm about details. We're definitely gonna get it. I want to know like your opinion about it too, but like. I agree. We really like. I sat there and I was like, afterward, I literally turned Jesse and was like, Amanda's gonna love this shit. And I'm
not at all.
There was so surprised.
Why do you think I would love that?
Because I thought, it's like all of this. It's the disclosure. It's the like them like being in this like. This like race to like find each other, and like I thought too, just like the how it wasn't like blurred out. It wasn't like one of those type of movies where they are like, oh, it's the aliens, and like then they never show the aliens until the very end. Granted, there was an element of that, but you saw the videos of things, right? So it wasn't like you were in any sort of guess. You weren't
The
guessing.
last
about what
20
they
minutes
were.
is what I kind of thought the movie should have started with.
Yes.
And then led up to something bigger.
Mm.
But you can tell, like, the very last sentence, there probably is going to be a part 2.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd want to watch it.
I'm just wondering, like, okay, so, like, we said a lot of, like, opportunity missed. Okay,
100%.
like, number one, if you were going, and I get it that of why they did it, they showed the alien at the end, and why they didn't do, so we said, like, opportunity
Old-ass
missed.
aliens.
What
the fuck? I was like, this bitch is still alive? Like,
yeah, 75 years later. So, like, so number one, we were like, okay, so they should have done totally like an ET moment where, like, you literally, like,
It was E.T.
It was ET.
How
We're like,
could that
we're
be?
like, Steven Spielberg, why didn't you bring back fucking ET?
well,
I mean,
But
It wasn't that kind of
they'd
movie,
already
but-
shown what the aliens looked like when you saw the videos. So they couldn't be like, okay, well, now you've seen what the aliens look like, but at the end, we're going to, like, show you a completely different type of alien.
they
Except
walked
they
over
kind
and they
of
were, like,
did, and that
holding
bothered
his
me.
hands.
Yeah.
For what?
For what? Exactly.
Like, what are we
For
doing?
what?
Yeah.
They just had to roll him in there in his wheelchair because he was like 100 years old.
But
And
also,
he was tall, and the ones in the videos are short.
Well, because
But
it's
he
big
was-
race and small
I
race,
get-
apparently,
I get-
you know.
Yeah.
but also, like, I kept telling her, I was like, he's tall because he's old. He's
I know,
aged. Like,
but-
he was a child or a baby when he crash landed on our planet, which I think.
Why are they sending babies?
Well, I mean, maybe it's like Grogu. Maybe it's like Grogu is, like, small but also old, like hundreds of years old while still a child. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's like that. And so, like, technically at the point where he's now 75 years old and, like, I don't know, maybe Earth's atmosphere, like, speed ages them or some shit. I don't know.
Well, what I'm wondering is, so the guy, obviously, they said at some point he helped the alien escape,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hugo.
and then, you know,
That was it. That was
he
all
couldn't
they
get
said.
home, or he didn't have any friends. He couldn't communicate to anybody that he was
Even
now
though,
free.
even though we've reverse engineered all of their technology to, like, be able to know when somebody's being dove into
And when they
Yeah.
had when they had those things, why couldn't he just have one and call home
Correct.
and, like, picture himself there and be like, "Hey, come get me."
Correct.
Exactly.
These
Yes.
motherfuckers were, like, abusing me.
Using me.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think of all of the things that truly annoyed me was how, like, basic they
Yes,
decided to
it was
go
all low-hanging fruit.
with
Mm.
the, like, alien understanding. Like, you're telling me that you didn't have a single person who was creative enough to, like, actually go the distance of what would potentially happen. Like, you couldn't break out of the bullshit Roswell stories that have been circulating around for fucking years around us. You still went the same route as Independence Day and, you know, just
Everything before it, ever.
everything before it ever. And you couldn't have done it just even a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
A lot of bit better. It could have been a lot of bit better.
Yes.
A lot.
Well, talking about opportunities missed, the male character, he supposedly had powers for like 15 years, and he could read the math of the universe, and he did
Jack
He did
with it.
nothing. He did nothing. He translated once for an alien, and that was it. That is all he did with his powers the entire time. Otherwise, he was
And
like,
he
"Oh, I don't know what to do."
so he gets these powers when he's 10, right? Like, he gets
Yeah.
activated when they're 10. And then he, what, like 8 after what? When did he go into jail? So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
technically,
And
like,
then,
he was in
like-
jail for something like 9 years and recruited into Wardex for, you know, right after, literally right after. And, okay, so fine. But, like, I don't know. There's something about the whole, like, we're going to sit and make it so that you've literally had this ability to understand the universe at its most fundamental.
And yet you don't understand what's going on at all.
Fucking
ever.
years. Of course, and of course it's the fucking man who has no idea what to do. Except for Emily Blunt's character, Miss Margaret. She gets it 3 seconds into the beginning of the fucking movie, and she's like, I know how to get myself out of a ticket. I know how to, like,
He's like
make
driving through the house going, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm like,
she's literally saved people's lives the second she gets her
Yes.
powers.
Yes.
Woman.
Sounds like a woman. She's literally saving lives, y'all.
Yeah.
Literally. She walks in, she gets herself out of a ticket because she knows she has to get to work, right? But maybe not the best thing. But in getting herself out of this ticket, she helps a man, the cop, she helps the cop better understand his domestic situation.
Exactly.
Gives him exactly the information that he needs. She gets into her place of work. She starts telling people, oh, you need to call the cops. You can't wait anymore. It's not safe for you at home. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do this. Literally saving fucking lives. Yep. 3 seconds after she gets her gifts. And you've got this man who's been sitting, understanding the fabric of the universe, knows how to like...
And he didn't know his girlfriend used to be a nun.
Which I think was more on her just...
I think they had that whole little portion of the girlfriend being... Because they were trying to bring religion into it.
No,
because in real life, they aren't telling us stuff. They are disclosing things because they think we can't handle it.
Yeah.
Which, like... How do you know if we don't tell people? You know what I mean?
That would have been
most of the people already believe something. They believe there's something.
Yeah.
Like, even people that know nothing, we're like, we can't be the only ones.
Exactly.
And that would have been the interesting movie if they started there. And then it was all the reactions to the thing.
Right. Like,
of course, in real life, I think that probably be kind of boring. I think everyone's kind of on the page now. But,
I mean,
and I did like the way they went with it, with, like, the one lady, like, started to pray to her. I'm like, she's... Like, what is that?
Yeah,
what is that? Like, that wouldn't really happen.
That shit. Well, and you know what the thing is, though, is I think it would on for some people.
Not
I think
like that, though.
I think some people are just that stupid. Yes, I'm calling anyone out who would see a person who can just read your mind and immediately go, she must be a deity. No, motherfuckers. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Really, truly, how many individuals exist on the planet who are observant, who listen, and who can, like, just discern certain things off of people? No, there is not there's not a ton of people who are going, you're a prophet, you're a prophet, you're a prophet, or you're a deity, you're a deity. Like, Oprah wasn't handing that shit out during the 80s. I just don't, it's such low-hanging fruit that why the fuck would you do it and only having one person do it? It didn't even need to be done. But as I was sitting and thinking about it, I thought, I don't even know if there was another way to do this movie that would have been anywhere near as profitable as this may be as a film. Like, as a Spielberg film, we know it's going to make a certain amount of money because it's Spielberg. We know that Spielberg has a thing for aliens, has for years, whether it be, doing E.T. and then partnering with, like George Lucas and all of that stuff. Like, he's got a thing with aliens, right? We know this. But I thinking as you guys are saying, like, oh, the last 20 minutes should have been where it started. Yeah, but then where would it have gone from there?
I don't know. Maybe like what Jesse was saying is like to see the way that the world reacts, like give people an opportunity. I actually hate that the government thinks that people can't handle it. I feel like.
But then don't you think what would the options be then, though?
If they've been here forever, or as far as they know, since the 40s when they made deals with aliens or whatever that is. If they've been here that long, they've been here that long already. It's really nothing new. Nothing really is going to change other than the fact of now we know the truth. Right? So
exactly.
Just seeing different
people's responses. If they've been here this long, obviously they're not a threat.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess
some people will be scared because people are always scared.
Yeah. There's always bad people.
That's true. Yeah.
How can I make money off this?
I think that
lots of different reactions.
I think that would be the interesting part for me, is saying, okay, so now, like, yeah, let's start last 20 minutes of the movie, essentially. I mean, I thought it was an interesting take of, like, having them be, like, split up and them trying to find each other. Like, okay, great. I think what was anticlimactic about it was that once they did hook up, literally it was just, I know you.
Yeah.
But she's known everybody in the whole movie so far. So
but I think I mean, I understood the, like, difference of, like, okay, we know that there is some form of, like, connection here, not just personal history, but also just this, like, meeting of the minds of, like, we both have we have the other half of each other's gift, essentially. but that was slightly anticlimactic. I think
The whole movie was anticlimactic.
yeah.
Yes.
But I think
Listen.
as the end of as the last
And then nothing. Oh, so what are we listening to? Listen.
That's why I said, like, I
just
feel
listen.
like, oh, and he whispered something to him, and then he whispered something to her. Like, that's
I thought it was gonna be good.
Is there gonna be part 2, or like?
Well, I thought there was just going to be more information. Like, I thought there was going to be, like,
Right.
some cool thing. No, just one word.
I mean, I understand why they did it. Like from a theatrical standpoint of like let people figure out for themselves like what the disclosure part of it would be of, and not even disclosure. Like disclosure is literally saying like you are not alone in the universe.
Right.
But I think an interesting way to have gone about it would have been to. Because you always have to have a story. I don't think that I don't think anybody would watch something where it was just a bunch of reaction videos, essentially. Like, I think you'd need to have some stake in it. And the whole reason why this was the story they told was because the stake is will they be able to actually get out the information that we are not alone in the universe? Are they going to be able to say that the government has been keeping all of this stuff, or will it be shut down? I think, and more interesting way to go though would have been get to the disclosure part, but then give us a new stake in it. Mm-hmm. Like maybe not have the alien be shown at the end and have him have been protected all this time. How about instead it's the alien got caught up somewhere and maybe the guy was able to like one of the bad guys was able to like get him, and now he's holding a missing piece. We now know we're not alone, but now these two individuals who have these abilities now need to go and get him because he's actually the triad to their dyad, right? And actually have it be this as you're going, these two are telling the different people in the good group these different elements of how humanity is fucking up, or here's how they can get better. So then there's still this race against time to like get to him, but you still have to complete the triad.
Or when Disclosure Day happened, then all of the aliens just show up.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah,
I thought there was going to be like 4
instead of just like one old alien going, oh, I remember you from.
Do the sound again.
Ah.
That's literally what he does. I just think I'm so good at that. I also I feel too like oh god, what was I gonna say? There was another bit that just like kind of like irritated me with the whole thing about kind of going to the lowest denominator of it. Of once again, we're sitting here going, here are these creatures, right, that have advanced technology, and yet not explaining like how the fuck does something with advanced technology crash and are
get through the whole universe or wherever you came from.
Yes,
probably serious. But if you came here,
yep,
didn't hit a rock, a planet.
Yep.
An asteroid, the asteroid belt, you made it through all of it. But as soon as you hit here, you crashed.
Why is it that the most interesting thing that could happen in Disclosure is that simply that they exist? Why isn't it that the most interesting thing that they could be saying in Disclosure is that we have been traveling the fucking universe since 1945? Right? You reverse engineered all of this stuff. And yet you still decided you were going to stay on motherfucking Earth? Why is it that we're not disclosing that there's stargates, literal like places where humans have been going through and out into the universe for decades? Why is that not the disclosure? I honestly don't give a shit that they've crash landed and have been here for the last 75 years. Longer, as you like so clearly put it. Like they've been here, right? Like we got seeded. And
when they showed that piece with like at the end,
mm-hmm.
With the pyramid, I was like, yes. Yep. I thought we were going to get into something so good. I was like, yes, finally, it's coming.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of and nothings.
But
Yeah.
like I thought they were going to tie it into like somehow they helped, with the or what's under the pyramids. Like, can we talk about something interesting?
Some true disclosure on those videos. Like I don't care that like technically Steven Spielberg doesn't know, like clearly he didn't find it interesting at all to like talk to channels. There are plenty of channels that have been communicating with extraterrestrials, if you want to call them that. I call them star beings. Like we have books and books and books, the raw material, Paul Selig's stuff. You've got the Barbara Marciniak stuff. I mean, I could go on and on and on about the number of people who are channels who have been talking to these beings for decades. Decades. And the best thing that could have been brought out was just that they exist.
But they touched on that. They touched on that stuff. The guy said, he was like, oh, we've been having experiences forever, and you shut everybody, you don't want anybody to know that we have these experiences. Like
that's true.
They take away everybody's, any cell phone imaging or any, anybody that reports an incident is made to look crazy or loses their job or has to sign something saying they didn't see anything.
That's not disclosure either, because we already know this. We know that's.
But not everybody does. Like literally, I was talking about this movie at work the other day, and like I was so excited to see it, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, the CIA just released all the alien information, and she was like, no, I didn't know that. And I was like, how do you not know that? I feel like if you're looking for information if you are interested in things, the information finds you.
Correct. Yes.
Just like with anything,
Yes. And that I think is where too maybe that makes this anticlimactic for all of us as well, because we do see that. We do know that information's out. We've been watching, we've been listening when Fox News goes, oh, the government just released about UFOs, or, reading.
They touch on it for like 32 seconds or less.
Right.
And then they talk about all the other shit nobody cares about.
Or, having all of the classified documents be not unredacted, because there's still some redacted stuff, but like declassified around the remote viewing programs where they actually brought in psychics and mediums and all that stuff into the military to test for the validity of whether or not this stuff could be used in military operations. And obviously, okay, so now that it's said, and people are still saying it's a conspiracy theory. So clearly there's something going on with either frequency work and saying we're going to still make this, even though we've released this information, people still don't believe it, or we tried it and we didn't think that it was valid, like it wasn't accurate enough. Like clearly with some of this stuff, it's not like the world is massively changing because of it on this side of it. But it does make me wonder, what is behind it. The true disclosure for me is not whether or not we're alone in the universe. It's not even whether or not they have been tortured. Guys, if there are actual beings who the government has taken, of course they have fucking tortured them. We torture humans. Is that any you know what I mean? The fact that they were video I saw that made me change my mind about this was one alien being tortured, and we didn't even get to see the whole thing, and the Jane watching it and him
getting emotional.
Yeah, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? We watch black bodies drop in the streets every single day.
We step over homeless people.
The disclosure is not that the world, much less Americans, would torture something.
That wouldn't be the catalyst for being.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg, if you ever watch this video.
Sorry, not sorry. Do better. Do better. You have endless amounts of money, and this is what you chose to go with. It would be
they probably had to have it approved. They can only say so much.
Maybe. And you know what? If that's the case, then I kind of am just sad that he didn't say fuck you all. I'm going to make it on my own. I'm going to fund it on my own. I'm going to find people who are willing to invest. You literally got multimillionaires as friends. I'm sure you could have found the money. You didn't need a studio for this. You could have independently gone, and technically this, I didn't even look it up. I should look it up, but the studio is probably some indie studio that was or his own. I'm pretty sure he probably has his own fucking studio. I think he has his own studio. It's people, and I'm so sad. Like we've talked a lot about like what we didn't like about it, and I will say, like, at the end of the day, I didn't 100% hate it.
No.
Like, I did think that there was some interesting plot points to the thing, but did I absolutely love it? Would I recommend it to anyone and everyone? No.
When you're like, oh, Amanda would love this, and then
Are you offended?
I'm actually not offended. I just think it's funny because I don't know if it's because I have little ADHD or because I'm a Gemini, but the whole time I kept being like, too many words, too much. Let's get to the point of something. Too much of nothing is happening. We need to get on with something.
Yeah,
is what I was thinking the whole.
Well, and it was also playing into the new movie thing where it's action, and it's not a lot of substance, which is just most movies now.
Yeah. It would have been cool though if everybody they came down and the whole universe, whatever they talk about in the Bible, where all the bad people suddenly are gone and all this stuff is everybody else.
I think it's the good people that
as a whole they raise everybody's consciousness, and we all have powers, and we're all a little psychic, and we all have more empathy, and go back and I don't know, be more like, because they're saying that these creatures were like they had more empathy. They were like basically not better than us, but like had different way of thinking than us.
Well, and if this thing escaped, where has it been, and who has it been affecting since it's escaped?
And
like
it could
have been like a whole thing.
Exactly. Well, and why
it was so empathetic, and it got the one guy to turn. The way it started was amazing. You were like the boxer, so I thought we were gonna like be following the boxer, and all of a sudden you're just like some guy in the. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. And that just like went away.
Yeah, I didn't really understand why they.
There was no point.
I'm sorry,
there was no point of that.
So I was thinking, like, have you guys seen the thing? There's this lady, she's from like Portugal or something. This is a real thing. This isn't the movie. She's a psychic. She has been going online. She's trying to warn everybody. She said on like June 24th, something huge is going to happen with aliens. They're going to come and they're going to take like hundreds and thousands of people. They're going to take a bunch of people. And she's like she's online. She's crying. She's getting emotional. She's like trying to warn everybody. This is a real thing. Should go look for her. But it's going to be at a sports game. She says she's had the same dream like several times. She wakes up, she's in this panic. She wants to warn people now. So now she's online, like warning people. But it's
what is she warning them to do? Just not go?
Like a lot of people that are going to this. She called it football, but it's a soccer game. Yeah. A soccer game somewhere on June 24th, and they're going to come and apparently take people, which would be super cool, by the way.
I'm gonna look up what soccer game is happening.
But so she's trying to warn people in real life that this is what's gonna happen. So when they showed that guy, like the boxer, I was like, oh yeah, that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be at some big event, and it's gonna be televised, and people are gonna see it, and it's gonna be a thing.
And it's June 24th. Yeah. This year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up like 3 days from now. Nobody gets freaking kidnapped in the next 3 days. Gonna be disappointed.
Okay, so there are World Cup games. There's FIFA World Cup games that are happening. Wow.
Be rare, be waiting. Let's all keep our eyes peeled for the 24th.
For one of these games having a bunch of people leave. I'm interested in that. I'm always hesitant when somebody is like, it's gonna be, this particular time, this particular day.
No, that's what she said.
Only because, and the only reason why I'm hesitant about it is because there have been so many people saying that the end of the world was coming, right? We all remember this. We remember Y2K. Maybe some of you don't remember. We were all there. I remember vividly waiting on New Year's Day, 1999. Waiting for that 11:59 to tick over into January 1st, 2000 for all of the computers and the whole world to shut down and die.
And it just didn't happen.
And it didn't happen. And then 2012, the movie came out. 2012, it was supposed to be this whole thing. All of the rich people in the world were supposed to build an ark that they were going to then sail on the seas of all of the massive oceans that were going to rise up and drown a bunch of people, and a bunch of people were supposed to die, and the whole end of the world was supposed to happen. That didn't happen either. And
although there is a lot of really, really rich millionaires and billionaires all building underground bunkers now.
They always have.
A whole thing. No, it's been in a huge amount of them. You can
yeah, I mean, and I think that's
been doing this since the 50s.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the them doing it more now, always there's these cycles, and I think that there's always whenever the prophetics start coming out, being watch, this thing is going to happen. But here's my thing. People disappear all the time. Okay. No, when people are saying hundreds of people or thousands of people are going to be disappeared, I immediately say I call bullshit. Why? Because billions of people die every day. The same way that billions of people are born every single day.
Yeah.
Right? Across the world. So you'd have to have a couple 100,000 people, even a couple of million of people disappearing off the face of the earth would hit no one. No one would bat an eye. Not an eye.
Well, and that's every natural disaster ever too. A hurricane hits and
thousands of people die.
People.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we lost half of
it. I want to hear stuff. I'm oh, well, at least only 30 people died. You know what I mean? When you hear something, only 30, but if it was your person that was one of those 30, it would feel like the end of the world.
100%.
But there's so many, and it's only 30. It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
But only because we don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And I think that's where it's really going to be, it'll be interesting, because what if that woman who says, oh my gosh, a couple thousand people are going to disappear from this soccer game.
No, she said it's going to come down and they're going to rise up somehow. They're she's had this dream repetitively, same dream, and it's specifically people, football players and people
just
in the stadium
risen up. They're not just going to go poof.
Nope. They're going to something's going to come through the ceiling and somehow they go up.
Ooh,
you can watch the video.
I'm going to. I'm going to
watch her videos.
Yes, I'm definitely going to do it. And if I can find them,
if people poop during a sporting event, people might not even notice, because everyone's watching the game and everyone's you see all the crazy crap they do. Everyone's drunk.
Yeah,
they might.
It's AI.
If they just were AI. There's a good chance you might not even notice.
You're if the guy next to me, I must be really drunk.
Exactly.
But that's where the people who are going to be at home watching these games, who maybe aren't as drunk or whatever, being what is happening in the stands? It's on the players, but what's happening? Why are all these people raising gravity suddenly just stop working?
Yeah, if it happens that way.
And if you haven't heard about the woman, you would just think it's maybe something cool that's happening for the show.
Maybe, until people start screaming and then a bunch of people get trampled because a bunch of people are hovering in the air, rising up, going.
Rising up.
I would have totally continued that if I knew the words to that song that I did. But yeah, no, I mean, I truly, I think it also depends on who's at the game. So the FIFA World Cup is intensely popular. So many important people, similar to when we have things like, the Super Bowl or whatever. So I think depending on whom gets risen, that's gonna,
or if it happens, or maybe she's just having the bad dreams.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. I personally am just interested in something that causes any level of care in the world. I actually am really interested in what will cause people to actually give a shit. If
it has to be somebody they know, otherwise most people don't care about anything. They just continue to go about their day.
Which I just
working, coming home, cooking dinner, going to sleep, getting up, going to work.
Wondering, they're well, I still have to pay my taxes tomorrow.
Right.
Or I still have to pay my bills tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Are the aliens going to pay the bills? If they are, I'm not going.
I mean, and you guys, maybe that's the thing. Like, if a bunch of people get taken from one of the FIFA games, do you think maybe I don't need to call my insurance company and ask like, what the fuck? I have a 630. I'm just not gonna pay it. It's glorious, glorious. What was I saying before we were so rudely interrupted?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm sure people are tired of hearing of the movie
Truly,
anyways.
yes.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
Don't pay money to see it.
don't.
Watch it on Netflix when it comes out.
Yes. Watch it on streaming when you don't have to worry. This is a perfect example of Jurassic Park, what, 4, 5? That it came out and everybody was like, oh my God, the next Jurassic World. And then it was dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And everybody should have simply just waited until it came out on streaming. And this is this. This is that. It's the alien version of that. Okay. So, yeah. What did we think about this one, guys?
It was all over the place. This is called ADHD.
This is Amanda.
Breath of Life.
The show. It's not Abby's conversations.
Oh man, the editing on this one's gonna be interesting.
Are we done?
Oh god. Guys, thank you so much for joining us for another Breath of Life Conversations. We are so happy that you are here for this one. I am interested in what's going to be on the next one, because if this is the way that this stuff is going to go, you guys are never going to be bored at all. At all.
We definitely won't.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Abby.
Jesse.
Amanda.
And join us next time on the next Breath of Life Conversations. Bye, y'all.